My name is Lyle Harris. This is my 10th year with KnoxCAM, and it has been such a blessing to be a part of this. I think back through the beginning and I wonder how it could get better every year, and it just seems to. After the concert is performed, then I have the privilege of standing before the inmates and sharing a little bit, wrapping up the program and sharing the gospel and giving them an opportunity to receive Christ. And that tends to go well, and there'll be usually 10 to 15 at each service that will raise their hand, indicating that they have prayed to receive Christ, and that is a blessing. It takes about an hour to go through security just because they're having to examine all the music, the instruments. They take the clarinets and the violins and the tubas and everything out of their boxes and look through there, and everybody, then you got to go through a scanner, and finally we get to go into there, and then there's a team of men who have worked so hard to get there early with the equipment and have it set up by the time we get there. So then we're able to rehearse, we're able to practice, and you see people over in the corner, the dancers are doing their thing, the handbell, and the orchestra's tuning up, and Jill's talking, and we're kind of mingling a little bit, getting ready to rehearse and to prepare, and then we do that as the inmates come in. It takes about a half an hour for them to come in, and typically there's 150 to 200 inmates that are there to see the program, and they're very receptive from the very beginning. Yeah, there was been a particular 2 or 3 that I was able to speak with afterward that said, they're in there for life. And they're just asking me to pray with them about a family situation that, the wife, typically the wife and the family's having to move away, so they're not going to be able to make visitation, and that's particularly heartbreaking to this particular inmate. There's other situations like that I've been able to talk with and pray with them about some of the hard things. And even one that I dealt with, that he was fearful of getting out in 2 months. He's been in there 20-something years, and he really didn't know what to expect. This last scene where we're having now, this last program, is about the marriage feast of the Lamb. And it's so good, but the wedding, the bride, when she gets her gown, her wedding gown, and puts that on, in the women's prison, they just stood and cheered and roared, and just so supportive of that. And they were so into it that it was such a neat thing to see them respond and react to what took place there. If you have a talent that you could dance or play an instrument or sing or act, we'd love to consider you being a part of it. If there's some funds you can channel this way, I promise that it will go to good use. We have a good budget. God provides every year, and we're thankful for it, but we just see there's a need to expand this ministry if there's any way.